Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Hai Brahmanadeva Vasishtaya Namo Namaha Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Chanandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hari Om, Hari Om. So I told our Tusharji and Bhargav, I can do this Bhagavatam. I thought I can take from the beginning. From beginning. Suddenly I got this information, the Krishna Leela. So, oh, Krishna Leela. Okay. Anyway, you are very familiar with the Bhagavad, the earlier stories. Before Krishna Leela, we have 9 cantos. The 10th canto, Dasamaskanda only speaks about Krishna Leela. So, I will give a small introduction of Bhagavatam, then we will start Krishna Leela directly. Okay? Okay. Okay only. Yeah, okay. So, this is Vedas. Vedas. Our source book of Sanatana Dharma is all the Vedas. The original, the source, like ocean. The ocean, it's very difficult to take use of ocean water for our daily usage. All the Vedas has got the mantra, in the mantra form, the original source, like ocean. Very vast and very deep. This is source of knowledge. The root word is vid. From this vid you get Veda. Veda means source of knowledge. All kinds of knowledge you find in Vedas. We think that only Upanishad, only the spiritual knowledge the Veda has. We think like that. Whatever you want to get, whichever the field you want, you can get from Vedas. This is a source of knowledge. All the Vedas are revealed to our rishis. So many rishis, thousands of rishis, they lived in Bharat, India. In the deep meditation, they got this revelation of the Vedic mantras. They were, through the Rishi Parampara, it came down. So one Rishi found one mantra and he started giving this to his student. In turn, student will become guru. This guru will teach his student. Again, his student will become guru. And he teaches his student. Like this, the Guru Parampara came. So many years, thousands of years, the Parampara they maintained, the knowledge is transferred. That's a torch. The torch of knowledge is transferred very, very efficiently without any break. Because the Vedic tradition, the Rishi Parampara, all these rishis, so many rishis, they got the revelation of the mantras and they passed on. Bhagavan Veda Vyasa appeared at the end of Dwapara Yuga, the beginning of Kali Yuga. Bhagavan Veda Vyasa saw the condition of the people. In Kali Yuga, people will have this very less memory power. Correct, then? Yeah. Very, very less memory. Not less memory, very, very less memory. Try to chant, try to memorize this sloka. Suppose the Sharada Amma says, hey, you all should memorize this sloka and you have to come tomorrow to the class. When she says you have to memorize, 200 people were there in the class. You have to come to class tomorrow. After memorizing this sloka, only 10 people will be there tomorrow. Everybody will have headache, not stomachache, headache. Why? Ayyo. This mantra is very difficult to memorize. I cannot. So everybody says headache. She gets a report. Everybody. 180, 190 people are in headache. Why? We don't have this kind of memory capacity to memorize immediately. In those days, our Rishi Parampara, the student and gurus, what kind of ability they had. For Kali Yuga, this Kali Yuga is this kind of thing. Physically we are weak, mentally we are weak, intellectual. So whatever we have little, with that only we have to manage our life, we lead our life very efficiently. The capacity of the Krita Yuga or Treta Yuga or Dwapara Yuga, we don't have. Bhagavan Veda Vyasa understood that. Our great grandfather, he understood. So we have to do something for our children. So what he did, he collected all the Vedic mantras and compiled. Rig, Yaju, Sama, Atharvana, he compiled. He didn't compose. Compose means the original work coming from his own intellect, from his own mind. This is not composed, this is compiled. Already existing Vedic mantras, he compiled, edited very nicely, and he has given the name, and the Rig Veda is given to Rishi Paila. He started preaching it. The particular Rishi took up this work and he started doing it. Yes, he had his own student passed on this mantra, Vedic mantra. Vaishampayana Rishi took Yajurveda and he started doing the prachar. Samaveda, Jaimini, Atharvana Veda, Sumantu. All the 4 rishis. 4 students, the 4 Vedas. The same way you can bring the same idea. Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya also got 4 students, and providing the 4 students, all corner of India, started preaching Advaita Vedanta. Bhagavan Veda Vyasa did this for us. So he compiled everything, edited very nicely. Therefore his name is Veda Vyasa. But his original name is Krishna Dvaipayana. Krishna means the color, black in color. Dvaipayana, one who took birth in the island of Yamuna. Therefore his name is Krishna Dvaipayana. Because he edited these Vedas, his name has become Veda Vyasa. So Bhagavan Veda Vyasa. So if you ask what is the original book of Sanatana Dharma, who is the founder of Sanatana Dharma? Who is the founder of Sanatana Dharma? If you ask, all these rishis were the founder of Sanatana. They only brought this Vedic mantras. All the rishis. So please tell me only one person. I can bring this person on my table, on my paper, and I can refer this person wherever I go in the conferences. It's simply you say rishis. Because we do not know the name of the rishis. Very few places only you find the name of the, otherwise they brought the mantra and they forgot to put their signature. The egoless personalities. Just they brought this kind of mantras and they went away. This is their glory. So when Bhagavan Veda Vyasa edited, our Gurudev says, if you want to give some credit to only one saint, because other religion they have only one person. So we also want to have that kind of person. Only one person tell me, oh, other people have only one. I also want to be very comfortable. Only one. Suppose you want to have only one person, that person we can have as our Bhagavan Veda Vyasa. If you want. Actually speaking, we had so many rishis as the original source. No, I want to have only one. Now you can keep Bhagavan Veda Vyasa as your guru of all the gurus. The Gurudev's suggestion, this is Gurudev's suggestion. I am not suggesting. Okay. When he writes Bhagavad Gita commentary, he gives this kind of idea. Okay. Now, edited and deputed students to do the prachara. So he has written 18 Puranas. Oh, in this Vedas, we do not know what is the content of Vedas. The language is very high and we need to have very high caliber also to understand this Veda. Bhagavan Veda Vyasa, again he understood. Editing Veda, collecting, editing work itself is very high, great work. Again you have to simplify the Vedic idea to the common man. So he simplified all the Vedic ideas to the common man. He brought 18 Puranas. 18 Puranas he brought. We do not have time to study only one Purana. Only one. 18 Puranas. You cannot say, I don't have material. You have a lot of material. First of all, you don't have time. So what is your age now? 70 plus. 70 plus also you are very busy. Family work. Sir, after 50 you have to drop your family and you have to give most of the time, study and do your prayer, get ready for another world. Another world means heavenly world. So you have to get ready for next world. You lived your life 25 years. Then you lived your life next 25 years for your family members. And you should not say, whole life is for you only. Stop it. Get ready for next life. So not Ihaloka is very important, Paraloka also very important. You have to get ready. Bhagavan Veda Vyasa brought Vedic ideas, 18 Puranas. Now we have a lot of time here. After 40 you have so much of time there. There only. Here we are very busy because family is so much family attachment in India. Yo. Then after 40 you are so free. You have a lot of time. Take the 18 Puranas and start learning it. 18 Puranas. Through this 18 Puranas, he brought the Vedic ideas. All the Vedic ideas he brought in the form of Vedic Purana. So many stories he kept. So many stories, concepts. And we are going to study this Purana. We are going to study this Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is our. Okay, it's Bhagavata Purana. We are going to see. We are going to study this. Now, it's the Purana Lakshana. What is Purana? What is Purana? The Purana has a Lakshana. The Prakarana Grantha means it should have, the Shastra means should be like this. And Idihasam, it should be this kind of, what do you call the standard. So what is the Lakshana of Purana, standard of Purana? The Purana explains about 5 things in general. Puranas deal with the primary creation. The primary creation is called Sarga. Primary creation. Sarga. Then the raw material, all the Panchaputas. Raw material. So what is the raw material for idli? Rice is raw material. The creation, like first you create rice, then you can create idli. Dosa you can create, noodles you can create. Upama. Whatever the leftover grains, make upma from that. Leftover upma. When you get upma, that's leftover nartha. If it is dosa, first variety. Idli, second. What is the raw material making? Or creating raw material, creating rices. Wheat and dal. Sarga, primary creation. From that secondary creation comes. Secondary creation. Secondary creation means what? We only. We are all secondary creation. You are secondary creation, I am secondary creation. All the jiva, jantu things and beings are secondary creation. From the rice we make other things. Secondary creation. Okay, sarga pradisargascha. Very easy. Easy to understand. And Mamshaha. Mamsha Manvantaranicha. Yeah, Vamshaha. Here. Vamsha, the rules of different manus and the history of solar and so Vamsha and Manvantaranicha. Vamshanu Charitam Chaiva. So he has to explain all the Rishi or the Paramparas, all the Vamshas. So after the creation, so you have to explain the lineages. So how this Rishi created, how that Rishi created, all the lineages, Vamsha. Vamsha and Manvantarani. Manvantara means the study about Manus. How many Manus are ruling in one Kalpa and all. So we don't have time to study the Manvantara and all, just I am giving you the outline only. And Vamshanu Charitam. So Vamsha means the main lineage. And after that, it's very difficult to understand the main lineage. So many branches are there. Just you compile all the things and make only two lineage. One is Chandra Vamsa, another one is Surya Vamsa. It's very difficult, very easy to identify. Vamshanu Charitama. In Chandra Vamsa, what are the kings ruled and lived? In Surya Vamsa, how many kings lived and ruled? So all the things, the Purana should contain all these things. The Pancha Lakshana. Sarga, Pradisarga, Vamsha, Manvantaranicha, Vamshanucharitam Shaiva, Puranam, Panchalaksham. The 5 things should be there. This is how they set the standard. If it is Sutra, Sutra should have this kind of standard. A Purana. All the Puranam should have. If the 5 things, the book has got the 5 things, the book is called Purana. Okay? Yeah. And one more thing you must have heard from your study group, the leader, from the teacher. What is Purana? Pura api navayeva iti Purana. Purana. Pura means in Tamil Purana, dove pigeon. This is not that kind of, isn't it? Pura. In Tamil, Pura means pigeon. Pura api. Oh. Pura, even though it's ancient. Pura prokta mayanagha. You must have heard somewhere. Bhagavad Gita. Lokesmin dividanishta pura prokta mayanaga. Bhagavan says, Pura means Pura, even though it's ancient. Though it is most ancient, Navayeva, it's very relevant, most relevant. That's Purana, Iti Purana. This definition is given by Bhagavan Adishankaracharya in 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Ajo nitya shashvatoyam Purana, na hanyate hanyamane sharire. So if you go to that sloka, he gives the meaning, Pura api Navayeva iti Purana. This definition goes to Atma. Ajo nitya shashvatoyam Purana, the definition goes to Purana. You can take that definition to fix that definition for our Purana, the book Purana, the holy book. The same meaning you can fix it here also. Pura api Navayeva. When you say you are all talking about Purana, this and that, people are criticizing us. Excuse me, we are very modern. We are most relevant. Yeah. Inside we are Purana, outside we are modern. You can tell. Otherwise our children are criticizing. Hey, Amma, you are also Purana. Always you are talking this Purana, this and that. Once upon a time, King lived, we know. That king is very modern king, ma. This kind of modern king. He also had scientific ideas, nice administration ability. So all the things he had. So the thing is, when we introduce Purana, we introduce a very old style of, the tint. The fragrance, old fragrance only you break. Once you see, this is Purana, so you have to fold your hands, sit like this. And so when you introduce a Purana, so you have to introduce like the scientific theory, concepts. Then so our presentation is very, very traditional. That's why they don't like. That's why our Gurudev came and see, he spoke in English. Oppa. Extraordinary English. And joke. And he understood the modern mind. According to modern mind, he brought down our scriptures very correctly. He just merged this ancient and that modern. Swami Vivekananda. That's why these people has become, this great saints has become very great missionaries. They could influence the people. Because always they want to have some modern thing. And we like only modern, not ancient. But here, one great book, even though this is very, very ancient, but it's very, very relevant and modern. If you know how to pick it up. Otherwise, you will say Purana. Purana itself says it is most ancient, but the most relevant. Why? How? The way when we look at this book, this will become most relevant. That's Purana. Okay? You like this payasam. Your payasam vandu cha? Payasam. For me, morning itself payasam. For you, nice time to get payasam. Anyway, payasam is payasam. So I found very nice. So many payasam things are there in Google. So I brought very nice. Now you can see all the things. And it looks very hot also. Fresh. Payasam is. You like this? When you take the payasam, in this payasam again, then this is what is this? The cashew nut. You understand? So I just I put this line. Oh, cashew. Cashew. And you get pista. I think this is pista only. Not bista. Bista means Chennai. Hey, bista. That is Chennai. This is pista. Pista. And you get this semia. And what do you call it? Dry grapes. All the, you get some, the yelaka. You see yelachi, le? That's yelachi. The yelaka is very nice. Why you have yelachi, pochi, vandachi? Okay, yelachi, you have yelachi, all the things put together and we make very fragrant spice. When you bring the payasam and put it on the table, okay, payasam. Suppose you boil only milk with milk payasam. You boil only milk and bring and put it on the table. Sometimes you close your eyes. Hey, only milk. If you bring milk and payasam together, you like payasam. Why? The content is like that. The presentation is like that. Like this payasam, our Purana is written. All the Puranas written in the form of payasam only. Okay? If you go to Brahma Sutram, only milk. No sugar. No sugar. That's why people are going. Only 1 spoon. Thank you very much. Complete philosophy. No story you will find no story there in Brahma Sutram. The heart milk, there is no that sweet in it. Only you take one. Thank you very much. First class Brahma Sutra. Next Janma I will try. You will not find any stories and all. That's why people are very less in that class. Very less. Now here you see Purana. In the Purana, you find so many things in the payasam. It gives fragrance. And semia. You see vermicelli, semia. You can understand this is semia only. Milk is there. And bring cashew nut. So I don't have more space to bring. You understand all other things, okay? The dry grapes and all. You see, this is like real stories, mysticism, morals and philosophies. Every Purana will have all this content. This is called Puranas. Okay? The Puranas will have so many things. Real stories will be there. We have doubt whether it has happened or not. Real stories. Puranas are real stories. Mysticism. The mystic stories. Bhagavan, our Narada Maharishi says one story is a Puranjana Upakyana. Mystic story. So very nicely he fabricates the story. Very nicely. Very nice story. Puranjana Upakyana. Morals, so many great moral stories. From this, you get this kind of moral. Only to convey the moral, this kind of the small packet stories kept. Philosophies, right? Philosophy. After the story, he brings so many philosophical thoughts. Jivo jivanas jivasya jivanam. Bhagavan Narada says that, see, the two-leg animals are killing four-leg animals. You understood? That. And those who are very strong and they beat the very weaker one. Therefore, you have to understand, Jivo Jivasya Jivana. One Jiva will hit other Jiva to survive in this world. This is a philosophy. After many stories, you find the collection of thoughts put in one place. So that's called philosophical thoughts. So you can find philosophies also, morals also, real stories also. So when you study this Purana, we have doubt whether the stories happened or not. Okay, we get in the this kind of buddhi we have. Whenever we see the mysticism, without understanding the mysticism, we ask so many questions. How cow can talk? How bulls are talking in our stories? How suddenly snake is changing into the human form? So one person fallen Nagusha again. What is this? What is happening here? Or, sir, you have to understand the mystic meaning behind it. Why he brought like that. This is called payasam. In payasam you find so many things. So if you ask only philosophy, sir, I want only philosophy, take milk and drink. You will not find any sugar in it. Go there. Go there. We have that kind of book also. Bhagavan Veda Vyasa has written that kind of book also. If you want to get only practical, so I want to get only practical thing for my life, go and get all the morals, how to get practical ideas, how to apply, how to be very successful. Go to Bhagavad Gita and read it there. Go. There is no stories. High philosophy in it. So, okay, go to Brahma Sutra. So, I want only the stories, sir. Only stories. Go to Ramayana and Mahabharata itself. Happened stories. Itihasam. The life history of Pandavas, Kauravas, the life history of one great personality, Rama. Go there. And here you find mysticism. Here you find this kind of mysticism. The Bhakti comes and Bhakti had two children, Jnana, Vairagya, the mystic meaning. You have to understand that. Now where is Bhakti? What is her address? You tell me. Give me Bhakti's mail ID. I want to ask something. Where we should not ask this kind of question, we will ask question. So our children are asking question in this mystic place and they are telling all your Puranas are not very scientific. I hope you are getting the point. So when you segregate and study, you can understand. So you have to see the Purana in this way only. These are all the payasam. You should not see. We should not only over the LHA, hey, this is not good. This is not nice to eat. Yeah, this is, he added to get fragrance, not to eat. When you get it, take and put it on the table. All of that. Everything is, he has brought everything for a purpose. So we have to understand in this way the Purana. Then Purana will give so many message for our life. Is this okay? Yeah. Now, moving forward, this is Lord Krishna. Looking nice, le? Very, very nice Krishna. Now I go to Srimad Bhagavata Purana. So we are going to see this Bhagavata Purana. Now you understood what is Purana. What is the content of Purana? What is the Lakshana of Purana? How many Puranas? Who wrote this? Why he wrote this? All the things we have seen. So our topic is Srimad Bhagavata Puranam. In Bhagavata Puranam, you have 12 cantos, 12 big sections. In Ramayana, you have 7 cantos. Balaganda, Ayodhyaganda, Aranyaganda, Kishkinda, Sundaraganda, Viddhaganda, Uttaraganda, 7. When you go to Mahabharatam, Parva, Adi Parva, Sabha Parva, Vana Parva, Virata Parva, it goes like that. 18 Parvas. Here you have 12 cantos. Adhikari, Sadhana Skandam, Sarga, Visarga, Sthanam, Poshanam, Utayaha, Manvantara, Ishanakata, Nirodha, Mukti, Ashraya. So our topic is the 10th canto. Nirodha. So all the definitions are, so all the names, the meaning is given in Bhagavatam. 2nd canto when you study, the meaning is there. So our topic is Nirodha, the Dasama Skanda. In this 12th chapter. The 12 chapter, the 9 cantos you have to first study, then only you have to come to Krishna Avatar is explained in Nirodha. All other avatars you see in all this. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, all the avatars you study here. This Nirodha, Krishna Avatar starts very elaborately. So nowhere you see this kind of elaborate history of Krishna. Only Bhagavatam in Nirodha. Okay, so the Lord Vishnu only has become Krishna. Now he is going to do Leela. Leela means what when he does, that is called Leela. When we does, it's the karma. What's the difference? No, simply he does for the benefit of the world. He says, I don't want to achieve anything. I don't want to get anything. So I am doing all the things for the benefit of this universe. Okay, that's Leela. When you beat someone, you are telling, because of the Leela only I have beaten you. He also will give back. Oh, this is your Leela, this is my Leela. Both of us will go to court. Another Leela. Ours is not Leela. When God does some or the activities, so we will put this into the category of Leela. Okay, we will enjoy this, we will admire that, and we will learn so many things from the Leela. The Bhagavata Purana, this Bhagavata Purana, first it is given to Narayan, Lord Narayana to Brahmaji. Brahmaji got this Bhagavad, idea of Bhagavad. And Brahmaji gave this to Narada Maharishi. Narada Maharishi in turn handed over to Bhagavan Veda Vyasa. And Veda Vyasa is given to Sukadeva. Sukadeva is given to Parikshit. Parikshit is given to... When Sukadeva is given to Parikshit, when Sukadeva told this Bhagavatam, explained the Bhagavatam Parikshit, at that time, Suta Maharishi or Ugrasravas, he was there. He also heard with Parikshit from Sukadeva. And this Suta Rishi or Ugrasravas explained this Bhagavatam, the Saunaka Rishi, Naimisharanya. So the main discussion of this Bhagavata is between Sukadeva and Parikshit. Parikshit is king, Sukadeva is what that Rishi. Sukadeva is Rishi. This Rishi explained the Bhagavata Purana to Parikshit. The main the discussion. Okay? And this ideas come from Lord Narayana. This is Guru Parampara. This is okay? You understood? Yeah. You like this man? Okay, boy. Yeah. We're going to eat lot of butter. Okay. Now, Lord Narayana has given this knowledge to Brahmaji. So, Brahmaji is given to Narada. Narada is given to Bhagavan Veda Vyasa. Bhagavan Veda Vyasa is given to Shukadeva. Shukadeva is given to Parikshit. This is how it has come. And Ugrasravas, this Rishi, Suta Rishi or Ugrasravas, he discussed, shared the idea of Bhagavata Purana with other Rishis, Naimisharanya. Okay? This is how the Guru Parampara comes. So see how the tradition maintained and they brought this idea. So Bhagavan Veda Vyasa collected all the things and he edited, very nicely brought this book for us. Okay, so Krishna Leela. Now we will start. 10th Canto. Are you ready? All this information is needed. This information is needed. You understood? Krishna Leela. This is Dasamaskanda, the 10th Canto of Bhagavatam. What happens there? Krishna, Kamsa, all this, with so much of the relationship and all these people are relatives only. Krishna, the Kamsa is, who is Kamsa? Is a relative to Kamsa's uncle for Krishna. If you study the 9th canto, the end of 9th canto, all the relationship between these people is given, relatives. So you have to make one big chart, sit down, and who married whom, and how many children they got. Like that it goes, very big. Simply if you say the uncle of Krishna is Kamsa uncle, that's all. Relationship, uncle. This Kamsa had sister, and the sister, Kamsa's sister is Devaki. Kamsa's sister is Devaki. Devaki married Vasudeva. Now story comes. It's very interesting now. Devaki married Vasudeva. Oh, our Krishna's father and Krishna's mother. Even though they had Krishna as their child, they also went through lot of problems. All this kind of values we have to learn from Puranas. What generally we think, when I worship Lord Krishna, I should not get any problem in my life. Sir, that is your concept of life, sir. Your concept of devotion is like that. When I worship God, I should not get any problem. How can you make this kind of concept? That is wrong concept. You take all the devotees' life. Actually speaking, devotees are getting more problem than ordinary people. You now only understood. Now I am not going to do any kind of devotional activity. Why? They are getting more problem. So, our concept, when I become devotee, when I chant Sahasranama, how can I get problem? So I am learning Bhagavad Gita. So much of problem I get in my life. Sir, your understanding is like you understood that when I chant, when I go to temple, when I do puja, I should not get problem. That is your misunderstanding. Even Pandavas also, how much problem they got? They went to forest. So many problems, so much of problems they get. Krishna was with them. Even though Krishna was with them, they had so much of problem. So this is a different topic. We have to spend a lot of time to discuss. So I'm not going into that. The point is, even though you are father of Krishna and mother of Krishna, you also go through this kind of problem. The problem will be there. So you should know how to handle it by His grace. So they didn't consider this problem as very big. This is a small problem. So their main problem is how to hold dharma, how to maintain bhakti in their heart. That's all. They are completely satisfied with bhakti and dharma. They are not worrying about any external comforts. If external comforts come, it's okay. They'll receive. If it goes, it's okay. But always they enjoy this dharma and this bhakti. Okay? Now Krishna. Now, Vasudeva married Devaki. Marriage functions. The engagement, marriage, so all these things are edited. Married, you should not say, when the engagement program, excuse me, that is not needed. They married. And we will give all this, what do you call it? In Tamil we call it Seedhanam, dowry. In those days, there was no demand at all. So you have to give this much and the demand level. The father used to give so much for his daughter. Father used to give. Daughter, you take everything. Whatever your mother brought, that also you can take. Right? Now she is old now. All the jewels, this and that you can take. Devaki and Vasudeva. Our Kamsa kept Devaki Vasudeva in the chariot, and Kamsa asked that charioteer, hey, you get out. So I have to take my daughter, the sister, to the place where they are going to live. Vasudeva, the house of Vasudeva. So you have to take them and put it in that house, make all the arrangements and bless them and come back. So to hand over. So Vasudeva was sitting there along with our Devaki in the chariot. Kamsa took this chariot. All the people have started praising Kamsa. Oh, what a great Kamsa you are. No brother will do like this. What a great brother you are. So for your own, for your sister, you are driving this chariot. Oh. Kamsa also. All these people are not looking at Vasudeva and Devaki. Actually, they are the hero and heroines of that situation. Kamsa went and he said, all the people started praising Kamsa. Oh, what a great Kamsa. Okay. Now, before that, our Raja Parikshit asked, Katito Vamsa Vistaro Bhavato Swama Suryayo. He explained about the dynasty of Swama Surya. Can you explain Avatirya Yador Vamshe Bhagavan? Yador Vamshe Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavana. How Bhagavan Lord Krishna took avatar in Yadu Vamsa? What kind of Leelas he has done? So many questions he asked. Please explain me. Vistarat. Explain elaborately about Lord Krishna's life. Our Parikshit Maharaja asked. Sukadeva started. So this is the function. The whole or the Krishna's life started with this kind of the scene. This scene is. I will see this. Yeah. Ugrasena Sudha Kamsaha. Kamsa's father is Ugrasena. So the Ugrasena Sudha Kamsaha Swasu Priya Chikire. Swasu means his own sister. Priya Chikire. He wants to show, show. Because all people are focusing Vasudeva and Devaki. This is happening. When all people are focusing on one person, the other person will not bear that kind of thing. So he will go and he will show something. That focus will come to him. I hope you understand this psychology. That is not because of love. This is because of the focus. Hey, the camera is going there. Focus me. And so Kamsa did. Try to focus all the people on. Rashmin Hayanam Jagraha. Rashmi means it rains. He just took this rains. Started. Slowly you have to. See, you have to drive very slowly. This is not a race here. Because the new people, the new couple, the wedded couple are there. You have to go very slowly. At that time, Prati Pragarahinam Kamsam. Kamsam Abhashyaha Ashariri Vak. And Kamsa started moving in the chariot. All the people also, so hundreds of chariots are following. Because Kamsa, Ugrasena Sutta, Ugrasena is king there, and he is a son of king. Then he started. So many hundreds of chariots they are following. At that time, Ashariri Vak. From the Ashariri, there is no Sharira, only Ashariri, the divine voice. And divine voice told, Asyaha tom ashtamo garbo hantayam vahase abuda. Abuda means fool. Divine voice called, oh fool. All people are looking here and there. He says, Kamsa fool. Me? Yeah. Actually, he wanted to show focus. The focus is more now. Even the divine voice also focusing. Hey, Kamsa, fool, Abuda. Yeah, Abuda. Asyaha tom ashtamo garbo hanta yam vahase. The person you are taking, the chariot, that person's, the 8th child will kill you. Huh? You are taking her in your chariot. The 8th child of this girl will kill you. Ityukta sakala papa bhojanam kula pamsam. The Bhoja kula, he only disturbed the dynasty. Bhaginim hantum arabdaha kangapani kache agrahi. When he heard the Ashariri Vak, her 8th child only is going to kill you. Immediately he dropped the reins of the chariot, turned back and took his sword to kill his own sister. Interesting character, le? The whole camera is going that like that. Immediately took sword. Kangapani. Kangapani, kache agri. Kache means he was holding her hair. Not too much. He held his hair to cut. Apo Vasudeva was there. Vasudeva also sitting with Devaki. If he is an ordinary person, Vasudeva, he might have told that. Kamsa, excuse me, 1 minute. Brother-in-law. Kamsa, sir, 1 minute. What? First I will jump from this chariot. Not climbing down. I will jump. I can't jump from here. No, you can do whatever you want with your sister. I thought this is nice family. Now only understood the family is a little dangerous family. Brother is like that. So what is going here? So I think the family is not good family. I can jump. You do whatever you want with your sister. Ordinary person would have done like this. Now our Vasudeva says, he stopped. Kamsa, 1 minute. He stopped Kamsa. So don't kill her, just listen to me. It's a very nice kind of thing. Sakatam bahinim anyaha. How can you kill your own sister here? Now he says that, Slaganiya gunaha shaurehe bhavan. Bhoja yashashkar. Oh, you bring so much of popularity to your dynasty. Oh, Kamsa, you are so popular. He said popular. He never said you are in this, because of this you are popular, okay? Even though he says the words, when we praise someone on the stage, we praise them with the qualities which they don't have that kind of qualities. That is all we are lying on the stage. Oh, what a great Danavira. He never gives anything to anyone. We are, what great Danavira. So all lie. Whenever Vasudeva says, Satya Purusha, he says, Yashashkara, you are very famous. For what? That I will not tell. Very popular fact. He says the fact. Slaganiya gunaha. Oh, people are, or that. They are praising you. Slagis, you have so much of good qualities. Why? Now itself you see this. So you ask the chariot to go away. You took the reins and you started driving the chariot for your own sister. After that, something happened. I am not telling that. Before that, you started driving the chariot. This is the Slaganiya guna. The guna also shaure. So you have so many things. First, when somebody gets this kind of anger, at that time, we should not say, stop it. And if we also get this kind of emotional thing, then we will not do it. So it bursts like anything. So immediately our Vasudeva came up with the soft words. Oh, Slakaniya Guna. Oh, Bhoja Yashashkara. Oh, Kamsa. Oh, what a great person. First you talk this kind of sweet words and bring the emotions of the opposite person. This is what our Vasudeva did. And he started giving, now it's a very interesting point, even in Bhagavad Gita also. Hey, Kamsa, just to stop it, few things I will tell you, please listen. Very slowly. Murthur Janmavatam Vira Dehena Sahajayate Adyava Shabdantova Abdyava Shabda Shatandeva Murtyur Vai Praninam Drvaha. Murtyu. So everybody, whoever takes birth, they have to die. So if you want to bring down the emotions of the opposite person, immediately you have to start the philosophy. Because when you start talking the philosophy, they don't understand what this person is trying to convey. So emotions goes down. Same technique handled by our Krishna, Arjuna. 20 sloka, second chapter. Shri Bhagavan Vache. Asochan anvasochastum prajnavadamscha bhashase gadasu nagadasumscha nanusochanti panditaha. Natvevaham nyaduda natujasam natvam neme janadipaha nachayvana bhavishyamaha sarve vayamatapara. Dehinosmi yata dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tata dehandara prapti dhirastatana muhyate. He forgot his own worries. What's going on? Why am I here? Start. Vasamsa jirnani yata vihaya navani granati narobharani tata sharirani vihaya jirnani anyani samyati navani dehi. So what you want tell me? No, I don't understand anything. Now you are normal. Because now you change this emotional aspect of the Arjuna, the worries, from this curiosity. You turn this worries into curiosity. So I don't understand anything. All this jnani, when you become jnani, you don't need to do anything. How can I become jnani? From worries to curiosity. If you kindle the curiosity, then bring all the message. Then you bring this fellow in your way. See the technique, the psychology. Psychology. So many places we also say the person becomes so emotional and it takes with a gun or something. How to stop him? You are there. You should not run away. Because you have connection with Devaki. Because you are husband of Devaki. Husband of Devaki, somebody wants to kill. Somebody means with own relatives only. All the problems from relatives only we are getting it. One brother is about to kill his sister. How to do it? Psychology. Even though this is ancient, this is very relevant and most modern. In this kind of place only we get the practical. I started this kind of few more slokas. I didn't bring that. Few more slokas he explained. Suddenly Kamsa is looking at Vasudeva. He is telling something which I don't understand. Why he is telling all those things? Suddenly you bring down the emotions. When you bring down the emotion, you can turn the person the positive way. Our Vasudeva did like this. And he says, Evam Samabihi Bedaihi, Samadana Beda Danda, the four the techniques we use to get work done. for Sama, Dana, Beda, Danda. Here, Danda will not work. You getting it? Otherwise, the Kamsa will kill the two people together there. Here, role of Vasudeva is very critical. He took the role and he succeeded. That's interesting. Samavihi Bedahi. Danam, you cannot give Danam. Dana is not there, Dandam is not there. Samabihi Bedaihi Bodhyamanopi Dharma. Bodhyamanopi, even though he brings this kind of Bodhyamanopi, Daruna is very evil-minded person. He did not listen. He tried. Na Nyavartata, he did not listen. He is not coming out of his emotions. Vasudeva did his best to bring him back, but he did not listen. Bodhyamanopi darunaha na nyavartata. He did not come back. So what to do? How to handle again? Again he says, now only he brings a dana. He says that, hey, Vasudeva, Kamsa, don't worry. Putran samarpayishya asyaha yataste bhayamutitam. Because you got fear of the 8th child. Now see, don't kill her. They have to take care of her life. So when she gets child, I will give it to you. Putran samarpayishya, he says that. Whenever I get child, I will come and handing over the child to you. Here also very nicely he speaks, Vasudeva, I hand over the children to you, that's all. He never says, I will hand over, you do whatever you want. No, I hand over, that's all. There he stops. See the Satya Nishtata of this. He is not giving the idea, I will hand over, then you do whatever you want, or you kill them. No, that kind of word he never used. I hand over the children. Okay? And Swasur Vadan Nivavrite. After that only he just stopped killing our Devaki. He stopped. Nivavrite. He stopped. Then Pritaha. Vasudeva Pitam Pritaha Prasasya Pravishad Graham. Vasudeva also pleased. Devaki was protected, saved from Kamsa, and Kamsa went to his chariot. He jumped from the chariot, then he went back. I thought that I can take my sister. Whole scene is completely changed. Kamsa went. And they went to their Pravishad, Pritaha Prasasya Pravishad Griham. Vasudeva and our Devaki, they went to their own house. Now they are not in jail. Okay? They went to their own house and they started living. Immediately he didn't put. After some time only he brought these two people and put it in the jail. Now they went to their house, Graha Pravesham, all those things, and they started living in their palace. Vasudeva and our Devaki. In time, Putran Prasushuve Chashtav. 8 children she got, our Devaki. That was very interesting. They got first child. After some time, the first child. Our Vasudeva took first child and brought to Kamsa. Kamsa, because I told you, Putran Samarpaishya. There is a first child, Kirtimantam. The name is Kirtimanta. The first child. Kamsa took this child and Kamsa was completely pleased by Vasudeva Satya Nishtata. Oh, you see this line. Drishtva Samatvam Tat Shaurye. Shauri means here Vasudeva. Satye Chaiva Vyavastitam. Oh, Satya Nishtata. He might have told that I didn't get child. But as soon as he got the child, he brought and handed over to Kamsa. Kamsa became so pleased. Kamsaha Tushtamana Rajan. Tushtamana. Kamsa is very much pleased. Oh, Vasudeva, what a great person you are. Tushtamana Rajan. Prahasan idam abravid. He just smiled and told Vasudeva, Pratiyatu. Hey Vasudeva, I am very much pleased with the Satya Nishtata. Take this fellow. Take this child with you. Pratiyatu Kumaroyam na asmadasmi bhayam. This is the first boy only. The first boy will not kill me. 8th boy only will kill me. Oh, just take this. I am very much pleased with your Sakya. Take it. Astamat ivayoho garbhatu mrityurme vihitaha killer. From 8th child only I am going to be killed. So first child, you just take it. Wow, very good. Vasudeva, appreciating you. You were Satya Nishtata. When Kamsa says like that, Vasudeva did not get this kind of that confidence or what you call pleased. Again, he did not pleased by Kamsa's word. This is called Vasudeva. Vasudeva is a very nice person. He has got extreme values, at the same time highly intelligent person also. Highly intelligent. He understood Tatapi Suta Madaya Yayav Anaga Dundadya. He took the boy and went back to his house, Vasudeva. Na Abhyanandada Tatvakyam. This is very important. When Kamsa was pleased by Vasudeva Satyanishtrata, he told, you take this fellow, this child, I don't get any fear from this boy. When Vasudeva took the child back, he did not pleased by Kamsa's word. Na Abhyanandata. Na Abhyanandata Tadvagyam. Why? He said, you go to home. I think that after some time he will come to my house and take this boy. Anytime his mind can change. Okay? Asataha. Avijitatmanaha. Kamsa is not complete the self-control. The person who has got self-control, no. Anytime his mind can change, anytime he can come and take the child. With this understanding only, our Vasudeva went back. Interestingly, see the conversation, how it happened. Kamsa is pleased by the glory of Satya, the Satya Nishtata. If the person is Satya Purusha and is standing in Satya, even the persons like Kamsa also get pleased. That's the point. Kamsa is pleased. Momentary, the moment he was very much pleased. And the Satya Nishtata. This is the power of Satya. The power of truthfulness. Truthfulness is more appreciated there. Gurudev says that the honest Americans. Truthful is more appreciated. When you go to this kind of immigration and all, if you do something, you have to be open. So the person hides something and they don't like. If this is mistake, then the mistake you have to accept completely. The Satya Nishtata is appreciated all over the world. Or even Kamsa also completely pleased by Satya Nishtata of Vasudeva. This kind of, see the father's value. Therefore, our Bhagavan selected Vasudeva as his father. How intelligent this Vasudeva. I give my children, that's all. He never said, you kill them. The father should not say. And he should not give this kind of ideal. I give my children. When Kamsa told that you go back, he understood. Nabhyanandata Tadvakyam. Why Asata Purusha? When he says something now, immediately he will change his mind, something will happen. With that understanding only, he went back. Understanding about the Kala Purusha, the evil-minded person, is very completely, you can see in Vasudeva's mind. How he understood Kamsa. With that, Kamsa's Rajya, our Vasudeva lived. The good persons lived in bad, administration. Very interesting point. Now he went back. Now Narada ji comes and he says something to Kamsa. Then after that, Kamsa started doing his work. That we will see tomorrow. Okay, we will continue this story. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevamvasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.